Human communication. Let's welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone, and good to virtually see you today. My information, if you want to contact me, is there in the first slide. So email, Facebook, Twitter, and WeChat website. So today I'm going to talk about how we can extend all of our five senses through the internet into the real world and virtual reality. First of all, talk about how we can use vision to augment our human vision. We can use mixed reality, which is defined as the mixed reality where we move from the real world to augmented reality. You can see a virtual frog in the real world. Augmented virtuality is where we can see virtual humans in the virtual world. Real humans in the virtual world. And finally, we have the virtual environment, which we know very well from computer games, etc. So, quite a long time ago, about 20 years ago, more than 20 years ago now, I was working for the Singapore Defence Office, and we made wearable computers and augmented reality for the Singapore Defence and Army. And after I finished that project, I decided to make a new kind of computer game, which was augmented reality gaming. At the time, there was no such kind of gaming existed. So I decided to merge the computer game of Pac-Man into the real world and call it Human Pac-Man. The reason it's called Human Pac-Man is because the real human becomes the Pac-Man, and you can see the virtual cookies, and then you walk through them as if you are the virtual Pac-Man walking through the city streets. Here's a short video now.
A wearable computer with a head-mounted display and various sensors which we have, which is sensing my body's position and as well as the head orientation. So we know exactly where I am and what I'm looking at. So when we do this, we can then augment the real world, which I am in now, with the virtual world. So this Pac-Man world, I'm seeing it as part of the real world. I can see cookies in front of me and I'm walking through them as if I'm the human Pac-Man.
So we can also use sound for new kinds of virtual reality. And I want to show you a project done with a student when I was in Tokyo. And we made a project called Amagatana plus Fula. And it was a way that you could turn a very simple object, which is that umbrella, into a computer game, just using sound. I'll show you now with how it works.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay, so now we'll move on to touch. How can we communicate by touch through the internet and virtual reality? The first demonstration I did of this was called Poultry Internet, where you could hug your pet, in this case a pet chicken, through the internet. You touched a virtual doll when you were at school or work, and then the touch would be transmitted to the chicken with a special touch vibrating jacket. We also made a system where you could hug your children through the internet. You hug a doll and then this would send a touch sensation to your children through the internet. I'll show you a video of this now.
The future is coming fast, and your world will never be the same.
The future, behold.
There are few things in life more comforting or intimate than a nice, big hug.
Notice the
No technology. It was awesome.
At the Mixed Reality Lab in Tokyo, Japan, Dr. Adrian Cheok and his team are making it possible to reach out and hug someone, even if that someone isn't there.
Adrian, at this Mixed Reality Lab, you have a lot of strange things going on. I can't figure this one out. It looks like a cross between a torturous life vest, rain jacket. What is going on, and who is this?
Well, this is Nancy, my student,
Hey,
and
Nancy.
mixed reality is not just about visuals. It's also about mixing all of our senses with the virtual world,
Okay.
including touch.
Touch. So this is a touch vest.
That's right. Through the internet now, you can email someone, you can do video chat, but you can't touch someone, you can't hug someone. So with this,
Oh, sure you can. No. I've seen people do it all the time. You put a little asterisk, you say hug, and then you put another asterisk, and then they know you've sent them a hug.
it's so important for human communication to touch and hug each other.
So Justin Timberlake brought sexy back. You're bringing hugs back.
That's right.
How does this replicate a real hug?
And if you just give a hug.
My expert hug?
Yes. We did a study of expert huggers such as yourself,
Okay.
and where you put your hands is where we put our special hugging actuation system on the body.
Hugging actuation system.
So this system here
Yeah.
will replicate the feeling of where you
So
are.
it's going to apply some pressure where my hands would be.
Exactly. It gives a kind of feeling of the human hand caress
Okay.
on your body, on the body.
Let's see it work.
With Nancy far, far away in another location, Adrian takes out a controller and transmits his virtual hug via the internet.
And then you can see that this hugging pajamas connected to the internet produces the hug in the same spot.
Okay, so you can see the hugging pajama. We also made a tiny version of this, which was a ring called Ring U, where you could squeeze your finger ring and then send a squeeze through the internet, through your mobile phone connected to the ring. Here's the prototypes you can see made with in our lab. And we also not only transmit hugs and touches, but also we looked at how we can transmit kisses through the internet. Now, kisses is not just for couples, but also for family. For example, you would like to send your grandmother a kiss on her birthday, for example. So we made a device where you can put it on your mobile phone and virtually kiss through the internet. For example, a father could call his daughter in New York City from Beijing and say, "Congratulations on your scholarship, and I'll give you a kiss to congratulate you." Here's a short video to show the system. So this is Kiss Messenger, or Kissinger for short. Well, this device here has pressure sensors to measure the pressure from your lips.
So you can experience the pressure of a simultaneous bidirectional snog.
Yes, that's right, yes. But through the internet.
Amazing.
You can be separated by thousands of kilometers and kiss each other.
Kissinger is a great way to bond with the parents and children when they're away at work overseas. We have high-precision force sensors that are embedded under the silicon lip to measure the dynamic forces at different parts of your lips during a kiss. and the device will get this data from your lips and send it to your phone, which will in turn transmit the data to your partner through the internet in real time. We also have miniature linear actuators that are used to produce the same lip pressure on your partner's lips, and your partner will be able to kiss you like a real-time kiss through the internet. You can have a video call with your partner and use Kissinger as a way to connect to your partner through the internet in an intimate way. Research has shown that touch is a very important interaction, especially for human relationships. And through the internet, you can only see or hear from your friends and families, but you can't really touch them. With Kissinger, you can actually have a video chat with your friends and families over the internet and kiss them at the same time. It's a great two-way interaction and it feels like a real kiss.
Okay, and to end this talk, the last part is about how we can transmit taste and smell through the internet. Taste and smell is very important because it's the only sensations that are part of the limbic system. This links the brain's emotional center of smell to memories, feelings, and emotions. As I mentioned, they're the only two senses directly connected to the limbic system, so they're very important for computer interfaces. We made a device where you could send a smell through your smartphone. It was called ChatPerf, and we made it with a partner in Tokyo. You can see the device was quite big at the start, but we made it smaller and smaller and smaller until we made this product which you could buy and send a smell through the internet. Here's a short video now.
Food is inseparable from the history of mankind. And now, 2013, introducing a whole new approach to food, tasting and savoring food with your nose. How to 1. Choose. 2. Insert. 3. Smell. 4. Eat. And that's all there is to it. So, are we ready to savor this? Let's say you're a student with no money. All you need is some white rice and your stomach will feel satisfied. Let's say you're a woman on a diet. Obviously, calories are not an issue when you're dining at Hana Yakiniku.
So we also use a system with a very famous restaurant called Mugaritz in Spain, and the chef Andoni, you can see in the glasses, did a project with us where you could virtually cook one of the dishes and then smell his dishes through the internet. It was also used by Oscar Mayer in the USA to advertise their bacon. In the morning you'll wake up not to the terrible sound of an alarm clock, but to the wonderful smell of bacon from your smartphone. Now, we also are have looked at how can we stimulate taste with electrical current. So we've made devices which you can put on the tongue and it stimulates the taste receptor, which then produces virtual taste sensation in the taste nucleus in your brain. And here's a picture of the demonstration that we did in our lab. We also did a device to stimulate smell using electricity. So with this device here, you put electrodes inside your nasal cavity, and this will give a sensation of smell, virtual smell, in your olfactory bulb in your brain.
I know you can't tell, but I am...
Here's a video of the system now.
I know you can't tell, but I am surrounded by the smell and taste of mustard and ginger in this hibachi grilled Japanese dinner. And while I tuck into my deliciously real food, Shiranjit is exploring the health benefits of digital taste.
Here at the Imagineering Institute in Malaysia, innovators are adding a fourth dimension to devices and gadgets beyond what we can see and hear. To find out more, I've come to meet Professor Adrian Cheok, who reminds me of the 5 traditional tastes of salty, sour, sweet, bitter and umami. Oh, I'm assuming that's umami. A savoury taste which is often used as a flavour enhancer. Now, having limbered up my taste buds, I'm ready to go digital.
So let's try the electric taste machine.
Electric taste machine. So,
That's right.
what's it all about?
Okay, well, this device will stimulate your tongue only using electrical currents without any chemicals.
Right.
But it does it in such a way that it stimulates the taste receptors. Right. With normal taste, you have some chemicals on your tongue, and it causes some ionization, and the next part is the electrical signal, which goes to our brain. This one directly stimulates those taste neurons, and you'll feel a virtual sour taste.
Sour taste, that's what I'm going to be
without
tasting.
any chemicals.
Okay. I'll try it now.
Yes, okay. Okay, your tongue's in between the electrodes, and I'm going to turn it on, and you should feel a sour sensation. Yeah, and now you can try a slightly different frequency, like more of a lemony taste.
Very interesting.
You can imagine in the future you can send taste signals without any chemicals. So you can send it all over the world through the internet.
What's really interesting is I'm not tasting the metal, am I?
We deliberately use silver because silver and gold and some other metals have very little taste.
Professor Cheok and his team have also developed a thermal sweet machine. It stimulates the tongue through heat and thermal energy. Great, let's try it out.
So have a seat. Yes.
Sure.
So this basically what you need to do is put your tongue under this silver electrode. Here we go.
Let's have a go.
You put your tongue there, and now I'm going to turn it on, and you can see you'll soon feel temperature change, and hopefully you also feel a sweet sensation. And this sensation comes around from the thermal sweet effect that we have.
You can see in the future we can produce taste and smell just using electricity and digital signals. So I think in the near future we'll have situations like children can program food on their computer or iPad or their phone and send the food to their friends or their grandmother anywhere around the world through the internet. Thank you very much for listening to my talk. Please let's stay in touch.
Thank you very much for Professors Andrew David Hicks. Is our